No more white rice. So we got to show these guys what to eat. They're like, hey, something blew over in the wind. Let's go check it out. See what it is. Come on, guys.
Let's go check it out.
So, guys, let me show you what we do with this. This is cassava, manioca. It's called a bunch of different names in different places. It's called yuca. It's also known as tapioca because they make the little balls out of the starch. So think of something like a potato. You could make a manioca potato salad if you're in South America. They also make it into these little balls and they cook it like rice. So I want to show you what's happening with it here. This one got blown out from the storm, but it doesn't mean all is lost because we still have some roots right here that we can harvest off of it. And we're going to show you guys what you can do with these roots here. I guess that's not going as I planned, but so I'm pulling off all the roots here. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to so we're going to hack through these roots. This one isn't like really totally ready. These roots can get up to 50, 100 pounds, but we're just going to take these little God, someone hold on to that right there. Step on it good. Not going how we wanted. Normally they'll just pop off. Well, you could take more out of there if you wanted, but okay. We're gonna take our little tubers off of this one and we're gonna go back to the kitchen and show you what's gotta be done with them. You can eat the leaves from it. You cannot eat it raw, and it's something that you wanna eat fresh. If you actually let it sit and it gets a little bit of mold on it and it sits there for a couple days and it oxidizes, it actually produces a type of cyanide. So in some areas, manioca or cassava is known as having toxic properties to it. If you eat it fresh, that doesn't happen. And also cooking it changes that as well from it. So if you just tried to eat raw manioca that's been sitting there for a few days, you might have some issues. There's this little outer skin on it right here. So to let you guys know, look, you make this little cut on the side and then you peel this outside part of the root off of here. This one's a little fibery because it's close to the stem. So not the ideal piece to use, but at least we can still show you how we use it and what we do with it. Okay, so now we slice the cassava in half. There's the cassava root right there. And then we're gonna grate that. And you can make this a lot of different ways. You can just take one of the standard ways it's made traditionally for like in Cuba and in the Caribbean is this would be sliced into quarters. It would be stuck in a pot with a little bit of water, lemon juice, garlic, and onion. And that's it. They'd cook it for half an hour and it's amazing. Then they'd also take that out of there and they'd fry it with cornmeal on it and make it like a crispy version of that. You'll see when you go to those type of restaurants, yuca chips are a common thing in the Caribbean. So this is a huge food source on the planet. What was the statistics?
It's the 5th most important food crop on the planet.
5th most important food crop on the planet. Who would have guessed, right? You heard of tapioca and you thought it was pudding. But in reality, just like rice or anything else, they're just making these little balls out of the starch that's here. So we're gonna make something fun today. We're gonna go pick some banana leaves and we're gonna take this right here, we're gonna grate it, and then we're gonna stick it in the banana leaves with some fresh coconut cream and a little bit of honey perhaps, and we're gonna steam it in the rice cooker because we don't have our steamer here today because oh, we just don't have our steamer here today, so. You notice why we're so good at this? This is like a mostly girls crew. Yeah. We just hang out, you know, they got it together already, so. You're probably peeling that a lot better than I am too, huh? You could also do this with it once you get it a little up, but peeling is, I don't have fingernails, so, well, I do, but they're all full of dirt. So again, we do them there. Ideally do this on a cutting board, do it while your hands are clean, but all this can be washed, so pretty easy. So that's one way to have it, these standard chips like this. But what we like to do with it is this right here. We just take it and we grate it. So we got this right there. Now with this grated cassava, we're gonna go, let's go get some banana leaves. Let's go do that real quick and then we'll finish this up and you guys are gonna be grating it.
If you said tapioca to me, all I think of was pudding.
Okay, here we are at our banana trees. You notice one kind of banana, another kind of banana, a different kind of banana. We have a bunch of different types of bananas out here, and they grow within our mounds that we grow tons of food with our strategy that we have here. And look, a little bird made a nest here, and there's an egg inside of it. Check this out, guys. Right here, inside on here, there's an egg. How cool is that? The flower of the banana tree. I know you guys know, but other people don't know, so I'm going to tell other people, okay? Okay. So see the bees? You guys heard about the birds and the bees? Well, what's happening right now is these little bees are going in there for some nectar, and they already poked their head around on the flower over there and the other flower, and they got pollen all over their head. So now as they're going in here and sucking this delicious nectar out of here, look at that. They're pollinating this, and that's what makes bananas. So as they go in there and they get around and they get some honey making material, then they're making bananas for us at the same time. We use the banana tree for all sorts of different things. We use the stem and the imu, the ha'a, or we also use the leaves for wrapping things up, and that's what we're gonna do right now. We have some tapioca that we laid on the table, cassava, manioca, yuca, whatever you wanna call it. And we're gonna take some of that, we're gonna wrap it in some banana leaves, put it with some honey and some fresh coconut cream, and make something super delicious. And then we're gonna get all of you guys with your expression as you eat it. And you guys still got some work to do making it. So banana leaves, we're really looking for a couple. We don't wanna take a center leaf. We wanna take something that's kinda usable. So we can find a couple in there. You wanna grab that. This one's already coming off anyway. So let's just make do with these that we got, right? Let's work it out. Let's go back over there and you guys can finish getting it ready. Yeah, look at all these bananas, guys. You notice the subtle color difference from this one to this one? And if you look on the end here, you can see how it's got a little sort of nip to the end of it. And if you look at this one, it doesn't. It's a totally different shape and a different color. Subtly different, but check this out. Look at them, they're all up inside of those flowers. Look right in there. It's a bunch of them.
Are the flowers edible?
The flowers are edible. There's some delicious meals that can be made out of that. You can eat the bananas green or you can eat them ripe. Make all sorts of cool stuff. Okay. So if you can peel these this way is ideal. And then you can just take the knife and snip them here. Whatever it is you're gonna use for it. Ideally, we'd like even bigger pieces like this right here. Now we can take that and all we gotta do is that with it. Ideally, wash it. Someone can rinse it off. And then this is what we're gonna wrap our grated material in, is this right here. I'm gonna wash this leaf so I can show you guys. Someone moved our steamer. So, we gotta improvise. Rice pot. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some stones, rocks, pahaku, whatever you guys wanna call them. We're gonna put them in the bottom of the pot there. And now, we're gonna take this wonderful leaf that I cleaned up right here. And can I get in there? Lift that out of the way for me. We have our lovely tapioca right here, right? Check that out. Awesomeness. Okay, where's that honey at? Okay, we got a little bit of honey we're gonna squirt in there with that. Bammo. Done deal. We're gonna wrap this up. Bob Marley would appreciate this. That wasn't the greatest one, but it's wrapped. I probably need a few more stones in there. And then we want to wrap them up nice like that, tuck the little ends underneath them, and then we stack them in here, individual of each other. And then we just put about an inch of water inside this pot, turn the rice cooker on, and come back 30 minutes later to our special tapioca steamed whatever it is we're calling them. We don't have the coconut cream, it's just tapioca and honey in here right now. Cassava, yuca, manioca, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we'll come back when this is getting better and we're all tasting it. Dun-dun-dun. But I'm sure you could Google it and find out. But you see these fibers right here. When we talk of hemp, everyone thinks of the cannabis plant, but there's so many hemp fibers that were all over the planet already and have nothing to do with the cannabis plant. There's sun hemp, there's the banana material, which is considered, there's sisal. Anything you could make rope and material out of at the time was considered a form of hemp. So one more interesting fact there. Okay, you guys are gonna be doing all the rest of the wrapping. I'm sure you do a much better job than I did, but look at that. Oh yeah. It's gonna need some more bananas. Now look how it's gonna be in there. Oh yeah, after the coconut cream. Coconut cream, you guys ready for the coconut cream lesson real quick?
Yeah, it went so well last time.
Is this the cover that goes on it, or is there?
It's not super great. It's like a raw potato, yeah?
But that definitely better.
So we put some rocks in the bottom of here. Oh, check this out. Oh yeah, end product right there. What does that look like, guys? Doesn't that look really delicious? Okay, so now, what do we have? Let's just throw this one right on a little thing there. Shh, check that out. They're wrapped up like this as well. And you guys gotta try them now. You just gotta unwrap a couple, however you do it. This is what I'd suggest, maybe like this. Make the sound effects. Okay. Somehow it's cooling, it's very, it is like candy. Bammo.
Smells like
There we go. Coconut cream, honey, tapioca, steamed in the banana leaf. And they kind of get better as they get colder. They like stiffen up a little. And guess what? It's totally compostable. You take the leaves afterwards, you feed them to the earthworms. I can get behind that. Dive in, guys, eat those things. Don't be shy.
Too hot.
It's really, it's an interesting texture because it's like still kind of chewy. Like a little more chewy than potato, but it's almost like mochi.
And the reason that one's chewy is I didn't show you guys how to take the vein out of the center, which had a little bit of fiber to it. The little vein in the center, normally you'd take that out as well, but we did the lazy version. But if you take you'd fine tune it by taking the little stem or any of the fiber parts out of it, and then it's almost clear. I kind of like it with the fiber.
I like it too. I like texture.
Yeah. What do you think, Tara?
I love it. It's great.
Well, for the more discerning individual,
Yeah.
what do you got?
I also love this. It's amazing. Actually, it is really good. Gonna have to make it more often.
Yeah. Could be
One of
good like
those.
breakfast even.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Some
did you try some
raisins
yet?
in it or something. Some raisins and nuts in it.
Johnny, your thoughts on this?
Oh, I love it.
It's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be. It's really nice though. More like mochi, yeah. Yeah, I like
It
it.
almost tastes like bibinka, that the rice that they roll like that. Yeah, it tastes good. The honey is a really good compliment.
There you have it. It tastes kind of like babinka. You got it.
But it's not.
No, not bibinka. Bibinka's the butter one. The other one with the banana leaf.
Oh, not babinka? Hi-ya.
I retract my statement.
She retracts her statement, but we know one thing, it tastes delicious. All from the land, the banana leaves, the coconuts, the tapioca, cassava, yuca, malunga, all the other names they have for it. Na-na-na. Awesomeness.
I think it's cool too, even in the unfortunate situation, like with the mangoes, you can still pick up the green mangoes that were, taken down by the wind. And like this plant, it was taken down by the wind. It's not wasted, yeah. So awesome.